Hello everyone, welcome back to another discussion about the world of One Piece. Today, we're going to talk about Zoro and Sanji, and a possible scenario that might happen in the upcoming Elbaf arc. If you remember, back in the Wano arc, there was a moment when Sanji awakened his modified body and scientific abilities. At that time, he was terrified that he might lose his emotions and no longer be himself. Because of that fear, Sanji asked Zoro to kill him if he ever stopped being Sanji, and Zoro agreed. In the end, Sanji didn't lose his heart, so that situation never actually happened. But now, in Elbaf, we might see the roles reversed. There's a chance that Zoro could be the one asking Sanji to kill him if something happens and he no longer remains himself. This theory comes from the fact that Imu, who is currently a main focus in the story, appears to have the power to turn people into demons. It raises the question, will any of the Straw Hats be turned into demons? Another question is whether Imu's power only works on people without devil fruit abilities. And whether Sanji's modified body and his strong moral code, like his refusal to hurt women, might help him resist that demonic transformation. If that's the case, then Zoro has a real chance of becoming a target for Imu's ability. We might even see history repeat itself, similar to the ancient incident involving Zebek, who was turned into a demon in the past. Elbaf could recreate that scene, but this time with Zoro turning into a demon and possibly asking Sanji to kill him, or warning him beforehand what to do if that ever happens. This could lead to a dramatic moment where Zoro and Sanji actually have to fight seriously because of the promise they made. And Sanji might be forced, at least in theory, to kill Zoro. Since Imu's ability to turn people into demons is extremely dangerous, there's a high chance that one or more Straw Hat members could be affected in the Elbaf arc. If Zoro ends up as the demon among the Straw Hats, then the one most suitable to fight him would clearly be Sanji. Of course, Zoro and Sanji wouldn't fight to the death for real, so someone else would have to step in to resolve the situation. And that person is most likely Luffy, whose Nika powers are incredibly divine and might evolve further. There's a good chance that Luffy will awaken new abilities that allow him to counter Imu's demon transformation and bring people back to normal. We've already seen hints of this earlier in the arc, when Imu turns people into demons. The white pieces on the board turn black. Imu's power is represented by black, while Nika's is white. This seems like a clear hint that Luffy, with his white Nika power, may be able to turn black pieces back into white, meaning he could reverse the demon transformation. If Zoro truly becomes a demon and Sanji is forced into a moment where he has no choice but to kill him, that could be when Luffy awakens a new level of Nika's power to save Zoro and undo the transformation. But for now, all of this is still just speculation, and we'll have to wait and see how the story unfolds. Okay, that's everything for today's discussion and analysis. If you enjoyed this kind of content, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any updates or new videos on the channel. For now, I'll have to say goodbye.